live, Daddy.
Everybody, we are live, and it is the return of the man who goes right down the middle. It's Bill Fonzie Alfonso. Fonzie, good to see you, man. It's been a while since we did a show. I'm glad to be back in the mix with you, man.
Hey, Daddy, the last show we did, we had RVD as a special guest, and we killed it. RVD was sensational, Daddy.
You can't beat RVD. He is one of a kind indeed. But so are you, Fonzie. You're the manager of the Stars. You're a referee legend. You're a Cauliflower Alley Club award winner. And it's good to be back here in the mix with you. And we are live. We're live on rvdtv.com, live on OneTrueSportTV.com, and live on Rob Van Dam's Twitter account. So if you're tuning in, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like, comment, ask some questions. Fonzie is all about getting questions and getting that fan interaction here. This is what a big part of the show is. And you guys really help keep the motor running on here. So, Fonzie, what's new, though? I know we got a little announcement to make here in just a couple minutes, but I want to catch up with you and see how everything's been going.
What's new is I got a big show this coming weekend for Coastal Championship Wrestling, CCW. We got the Bill Alfonso Hardcore Invitation title, and I got my security guy here, Harris Security. He's going to present the belt to us in a few minutes. I got Ruda Entertainment, a belt maker and a really good friend of mine, and now I'm a partner, an executive partner in this company, and we're doing shows all over the country. I'm working every weekend. I got WrestleCon in Syracuse coming up next month. In New Jersey area to come WrestleCon. I'm all over the place. Oh, I'm in Los Angeles. I'm in Hollywood with RVD, Daddy, on the Thursday night next month on the 22nd. I'm not
20th.
sure. I'll check my
on the 20th, Thursday, March 20th.
Yes.
OnlyWrestlers.com, the first ever show, the inaugural show of Only Wrestlers. There's going to be a meet and greet there. Fonzie's going to be there, like you can see on the poster right there. Brian K.
Come down to see me, Daddy.
Be sure to check it out for sure. Should be a fun event and a first of its kind. Violent J of ICP will be there as well. And I think he's bringing some JC.
Insane Clown Posse, Daddy.
Whoop, whoop. Heck yeah. You got to get ready for that. Jay's such a great guy, and it's going to be a really, really fun show. I'm envious for those that can go out there. I know there's a few RVD podcast listeners that are making sure to attend, and hopefully some of you guys in the chat too can join too. Triple E, shout out to you, Ken, who's a longtime fan, Gina, and Jem the Dawn, and Maddie. We got Maddie in the house too. But
hey,
yeah,
Maddie, Daddy. Hey, everybody.
It's good to see everybody. And yeah, I think we should get to it here. You made the announcement. You are now a business partner of Ruda Entertainment, an executive partner. It's Ruda Entertainment Championship Material. They are belt makers, and we're very happy to welcome to the show here right now is Joel. Joel, thanks for joining us, man.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm the other Violent J. It's just people don't know about me yet.
People aren't aware quite yet of you, but I heard you were doing good business over Indianapolis, a Royal Rumble weekend, and with Fonzie and everything like that. So how'd that go for you?
That was awesome. We were at the Royal Rumble, WrestleCon. It was a phenomenal event. We had Fonzie making, the meet and greets, patting all the fans on the back, shaking hands with the babies, taking pictures with the ECW titles there. We had a whole spread of ECW championships. Everything this guy held. You got the ECW TV title, the world title, the tag titles. I mean, you name it. This guy's can't swear on here, right? But this guy's
he
is the whole effing show.
Yeah.
But it was a great time. We had an awesome time. We were busy beginning to end. I was almost losing my voice at the end. Sales were on top of it. We had a line the whole time.
We never sat in the chair. We were on our feet for 2 days at the WrestleCon. It was fantastic. The people that mixed with us, they loved us. Everybody went away with a big smile on their face. If they bought something or if they didn't buy nothing, they walked away with a smile on their face, didn't they, Joe?
So I came there with probably about 25, 30 titles between other ones, and I've got 2 tag team titles left. I have 2 TV titles left, and I have the version 2 TV title left, and everything else got sold. So People were leaving happy. There was guys buying like, two best friends bought a set of tag team titles. I love stuff like that. And then they're taking a picture with Fonzie, guys they grew up watching. So the best thing about those conventions are the fact that, we spend our life as fans watching this stuff on TV. You don't know anything about these people. You go to an event, they're live and in living color right in front of you. Next thing you know, you're shaking hands with them, you're posing with them with the title you just got that he used to have on TV. It's the most surreal experience for people that have never been to it before. I think jaded is the wrong word, maybe desensitized is the right word. That, it's like another day in the office, but there's people that come there and they are having the experience of a lifetime. And I'm so damn proud to be on that side of the fence now where I help make those experiences come true for people.
That's
Hey,
great.
not only do the people have a fantastic time, and so do I. I love mingling with my fans and my friends, and to me stories, to tell them stories. But we have the best prices.
Oh
Ruta
yeah.
Entertainment has the best. You cannot beat our prices nationwide. Get a belt.
And
Well,
we ship globally too. I've got clients that are in Europe. I shipped to someone in Tel Aviv. For Tel Aviv, Israel. I made a custom for Danny Lizer. She was one of the influencers out there, just all over. And the best thing about these things is they're customized to your taste, whatever it is that you want. And no disrespect to the shop.com titles out there. No disrespect to the legitimate titles out there. Our stuff is a knockoff, but I believe that our leather is better quality. I believe the plates, better quality, and the prices, better. So check us out. I got ruta.entertainment on Instagram. I got rutaentertainment.com. That's being updated as we speak. It should be updated in the next week or two. Ruta Mania 218 on TikTok. But
oh,
if someone's interested, they can check out all the work that we have on Instagram. There's my handles right there. And if you're curious, hit me up. The best thing about what I like to do is I like to make sure that people can get what they want and that they can afford what they want. So if I know what your budget is, I can help you customize the exact title you want to your budget. And I'm a guy that likes to maximize his dollars. I believe dollars make sense. And if you can get something that's going to fit your budget, Fonzie will tell you. I hate to say the cheapest stuff we have, but the most cost effective and the most affordable options are still phenomenal. Still phenomenal.
well. Before I get to some details about it, tell me how'd you get started into this such a like niche business, almost making belts
Totally.
and doing all that kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess it all starts with just wrestling in general. It was something growing up. I always loved horror movies. I always loved wrestling. I always loved music. Music found me first. Horror movies I got my way into. I made a movie with a couple WWE pro wrestlers. There's a movie called 100 Acres of Hell. We made it with Gene Snitsky, Samu Anawahi, Alpha Jr., Lance Anawahi. So kind of got into that. And then next thing you know, wrestling found me. I was at a cigar shop in all places in Hoboken, New Jersey.
Hmm.
Met a promoter.
Hoboken, New Jersey.
Hoboken, baby.
How about
Love
that?
it.
He's. I was working doing life insurance. I asked the guy. I said, "Would you mind if I held like a child ID table at your indie show? Something where I can make child IDs, shake hands with the parents, help people get some life insurance." And next thing you know, I just coffee with the guy one day. I said, "What if someone had a manager
You good?
with a life insurance championship
Mm-hmm.
and like picture Brock Lesnar, but Paul Heyman won't let any of his opponents fight him unless they take out a life insurance policy." And he said, "That's what you want to do?" And next thing you know, I was in the ring. I was training, getting my boots on, man. And I had, it was Pro AM Belts was the first company I ever went to get a custom title made. It
Mm-hmm.
was the Life Insurance Championship. I left that organization. I went to another one. I decided to let me make another title. I had the Open Challenge title created. And just from making custom titles, next thing you know, promoters said, "Can you make my titles? Can you remake my titles?" Wrestlers wanted titles made. And over the course of 5-6 years, I parlayed that into me leaving corporate America, LLCing RutaEntertainment.com. And I haven't worked a job since mid-October. And oddly enough, man, I don't know how I've done it. Fate be true. I've been doing just as well as I was under corporate America. Next thing you know, Fonzie's calling me up saying, I want to be a part of the team. Let's make you the executive partner. And, here we are today. We've had, it's been a snowball just going down the hill, getting bigger and bigger.
Hey,
And
here's a good example of what we're doing. Tito Ortiz, hardcore fucking shoot fighter,
Yeah. Oh,
badass. He's got
legend.
Naples, Florida, is one of the richest fucking
Cape
cities in
Coral.
America. He's got a great restaurant. And we're going to go present him with a belt that he had custom made. And he loves it. He ordered like 5 more. As soon as we sent him pictures, so he ordered 5 more.
Wow.
He at Tito's Cantina in Cape Coral, Florida there. And I made him a title. It looks like the older, newer
Yes.
than this one, but not the new one. It looks like it says Tito across instead of UFC. I made it with Tito's Cantina, the Tito's Cantina Championship. He does his karaoke there. So anytime someone wins karaoke, they post with the belt. And he loved it so much. He said, I got this middleweight title I want remade.
Whoa.
Here we go. I remade him the title. And the best part about this is it's got
Oh, man.
Ruda Entertainment. We got our own plates for the tips. So this was a guy, back in the 90s who didn't love watching the original UFC.
Right.
Tito Ortiz was one of my favorite guys, and I had the pleasure of making a replica for him. So I don't do just replicas, and I don't just do customs. For wrestlers, fighters like this, and anybody that ever wants to commemorate their championship win, the worst part about the guys in that industry is they got to give up the title when they're done. And a lot of times they have nothing left other than the memories or the pictures they have with the belts. So I've had a lot of wrestlers from indies, from WWE, from AEW that reach out to me and say, this was a title I won. Can you make it for me? And
Of course we can.
these companies don't do that, but they come to me for it. So I'm not complaining.
Dude, yeah, that's awesome. And it's so cool that you've been doing this just for like on your own, completely like not job stuff since October and everything like that. So
It's actually been going on probably since 2017.
Wow, that's
2017, February 18th, I debuted. My birthday, which was just a couple days ago, yesterday.
Birthday.
February 18th, 2017 was my debut.
Wow.
And 2018 was when I started making the custom titles. And 2019, into the pandemic, all the way through, came out of it, and business is booming. I got 0 complaints. It's fun.
Man. Well, Fonzie, tell us how you guys met then.
Well, last year, ECW,
2300 Arena.
I worked for ECW from 95 to 2000.
Yeah.
And they had WrestleMania in Philadelphia last year. So I was there. This video game company, I was on a wrestling video game, and they would sponsor me and brought me in and all that stuff for WrestleMania for 3 days at the WrestleCon. And like 4 tables down was Ruda Entertainment with the belts. And Joe was kind enough to bring me a belt and said, hey, Fonzie, we're big fans of yours, and we want to present you with this belt. He gave me a freaking beautiful belt, something like this one. And we became friends, instant friends.
Yeah, my
And
buddy
as
penalizing
time goes by, he thought it'd be a good idea for me to be involved with the company because I'm good with the people. I've been around for a long time, and we just fit. Ruda Entertainment with Fonzie.
Yep.
Man, that's great. And no, I got to meet both. Well, I met Fonzie before, but I got to meet you, Joel, in Vegas during the Cauliflower Alley weekend. And
oh, yeah.
Yeah. And like Fonzie, the neat thing about, and it's so weird, I never really thought about this, it being the wrestling business, but the neat thing that you kind of taught me is how it's all about presentation and how it's all like how you set things up and make things look good. It's like all the little attention to detail is important. And Joel, you're doing that with the belts here. And then Fonzie, you do that with your setup. Everywhere you go is like really high quality, good presentation of stuff. And it entices people to not only interact and talk with you, but maybe buy something too.
Mm-hmm.
I think presentation is everything in just in life in general. But we've been very successful. Hey, Joe, tell him about the exotic car guy, the guys that sells the Ferraris and bought the belts.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I mean, I can do titles
Not
for
only
anybody.
wrestling, not only wrestling.
He reached out to me. He's got a buddy of his that works for his company. He's West to East Luxury. It's an exotic car company. And this guy, he's a huge wrestling fan. He's a even bigger fan of Fonzie there back in the ECW days. And when he saw he must have saw something online with Fonzie, and he thought, I want a custom title. He's like, better yet, when anytime anybody ever buys an exotic car, he wants to give them an exotic car championship.
Whoa.
So he took me into a completely different level of these belts where, the titles today, they got the nameplates that you can screw on and off. That's next level shit. That is some stuff that not only do I not do, I didn't know if we could do it. And I reached out to my guy, my manufacturer. I told him what we want. And now this guy's going to have a title that he can change in a Ferrari, a Maserati, Rolls Royce, you name it. We're making one for his guy that bought a Ferrari off of him. And he wants to present them with this nice, professional, when I say high quality, man, these things are expensive.
$6 million Ferrari too.
So he wants to be able to present them, call them into his office, lay out the championship, screw on the plates for, in this case, Ferrari, have a personalized nameplate for him that he gets to screw onto the title. And we're wrapping that up. That should be done within a month or so. And he, talk about, it's great for me for business, but if he's buying a belt from me for a car sale, I know he's doing even better. But it's not just for wrestlers and it's not just for fans. If you can, my whole slogan is, if you can dream it, we can create it. So anybody in any industry for anything they want. I have a guy that's making one for his mother. It's a Scooby championship.
Oh, yes, I love that. I love that, Joe.
It's a smoking skull title. It's got a Scooby villain in the middle. It's got Shaggy and Scooby on one side of the plate. Anything, literally anything.
Wow. I definitely want to ask you a little bit more about all that stuff too, and how the process kind of goes in making those belts and everything. But let's bring on another guy that has a lot of those belts. Is Tantalizing Tony. Tony, how are you, man?
I love Tony. Tony,
What's up, everybody? It's me, boy, Tantalizing Tony, one half of the Tantalizing Tag Team Wrestling Podcast. Good afternoon, good evening, sir. How are you?
Good to have you on here, man. Yes,
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, yeah. So you're part of Root Entertainment, and you got a lot of those belts back there too. Talk about your what got you into wrestling? How did your whole situation here? We met briefly, I think, by the way, too, in Los Angeles during WrestleMania weekend.
We did, and thank you for having me. First of all, hello, Fonzie. Good evening, sir. How are you, sir?
Hey, Daddy.
Mr. Ruder, good evening to you, sir.
My dude, and not to interrupt. This guy, you talk about presentation. Number one, look at what he's got there, and that's what got me and Fonzie. That's what got us connected.
Wow.
He literally, I was wheeling and dealing with people, and he came over. He goes, "Someone loves your titles," and I said, "Who?" And he literally, like a blind date, he put me and Fonzie together. He goes, "Fonzie, Ruda, Fonzie, you guys talk." And he just left.
That's great.
And here we are.
That's what I do. So listen, real quick backstory of me, because I don't want to make it all about me, but if you know me, it is about me. So my thing is this: I am a veteran of the ring. I'm 56 years old. I'm a former professional wrestler, referee, booker, the whole deal. I love the business. I always have. As a child, my uncle raised me, and he loved wrestling. He died when I was 14. Took me to my first WrestleMania. I've been to everyone since then. I'm a content creator as well, as you well know. The Tantalizing Tag Team Wrestling Podcast, exclusively on YouTube. Cheap plug. My daughter and I, we're the only father-daughter wrestling podcast in the business, and we're just trying to make our name in the business and do our thing. But it's really about Root Entertainment right now. And I got to put my boy over, because Root Entertainment and Fonzie, these two guys are incredible. As you can see, the custom titles are where it's at. And if I could just get my assistant, Big Bucks Bobby, is going to help me out. Here's my son, Big Bucks Bobby.
All right.
Big Bucks Bobby. Please,
look at that.
Can you please grab the version 1 YouTube championship? There you go. Thank you so much. So this is the version 1 YouTube championship. I figure if I'm going to be on YouTube, I need to be a champion. This is my personal Paul Heyman. So this is in the likes of the Winged Eagle, and this is the first belt Ruda made for me. Wow. And like I said, as you can see here, the craftsmanship is incredible.
Oh,
Very,
listen,
very. The leather is incredible. Alligator skin.
Whoa.
colorful alligator skin.
Yeah.
As you can see, in the realm of Stone Cold Steve Austin, of course, because I'm a Stone Cold guy.
Very nice. Yes.
Yeah, very nice. And I loved it. Now, the thing is this, when you evolve in life, you must upgrade. So I say, Ruda, I love the Winged Eagle, but I think we should go Attitude Era. So we went to the next vision. So we went Attitude. And there we go. We went Attitude Era style right there, as you can see. That's the Attitude and the YouTube Championship. And this is called the TWF, the Tantalizing Wrestling Federation. It's a federation of one. It means I never defend and I never lose because I'm the only guy in the federation. So that's smart, right? But this was the thing. There's a guy named, what's the guy's name? Grim claims to be the YouTube champion, and maybe he is. I don't know. But I noticed that if I'm going to be the Tantalizing Wrestling Federation champion, I need my own personalized title. So Mr. Ruda and I collaborated. We threw some things together, added to there. Oh my goodness! Look at this platinum thing.
Wow.
And look at this pretty
close up of that, Tony.
This thing's about 15 pounds.
Holy
There it is,
smoke.
baby. That's fucking beautiful.
Look at that thing. Jeez.
Now, as you can see right here, this is the Tantalizing Tag Team logo. This is my daughter and myself. And
Oh,
I don't know, but maybe there's an upgrade coming soon as well, and we'll debut that if that happens. But this is the current title right now that I carry. And like I said, Ruda makes your dreams come true. If you can dream it, he can make it. And it's not a joke. A lot of people want to just tell hyperbole. I want to tell you a quick story about Ruda, how we met. Okay. Can you please grab the European title? And I'm sorry to take up so much time.
No,
Oh, no, you're
very
good.
important. So Ruda was at a convention in Hamburg, PA, right? And I am a big fan of the European title because of Owen Hart and D'Lo Brown, two of my favorites. And I've never had this title before. And I was collecting before, and I couldn't find one. And Ruda had one. I was like, oh my God. I was like, sir, how much for the belt? He gave me the price. I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, well, listen, when's the next time you're gonna be around? Can I get your number? Because I love that title. He goes, how much you love? I said, bro, I love the European title. It's one of my favorites of all time. Not to mention, I'm a WWF mark. And this guy doesn't know me. Ruda doesn't know me from a can of paint. Doesn't know my name. He goes, how bad do you want this belt? I said, pretty bad, man. He goes, give me your number. I trust you. Take that home with you. Pay me when you got it.
wow. How about that?
I broke down in tears. Now, beat it, kid. My producer, my daughter Kira, who's coming right now, she was with me at this convention. And please forgive her, she's gone from work. Kira,
Hey, Kira.
Hey.
Hey, baby.
Kira can attest to this, that I broke down in tears because people in the business, and you know this, are not sincere. And Ruda, not know me from anybody, he saw something in me. He saw something in me. And Kira, here, Kira, you take that mic. Kira, you remember that day? What happened exactly? How I broke down?
Hello everyone.
Hey.
I'm Kira.
How are you?
Kira. Hey, baby.
Hi. I remember that day. It's, if you guys know Tantalizing Tony, you know he's a crier. Okay, so
Cry, baby.
he cries for a lot of things. But me personally, I don't really know this man as much as y'all think I do. I don't know. I didn't know that title meant so much to him. But me and Big Bucks Bobby, the guy, the Paul Heyman guy you just saw,
Right.
we were there. We were there, and he was going back and forth to the table, like pacing back and forth, because we had our own table too. So he's going from our table to Ruda's table. And he was like, Kira, he has the title, but I can't get it. I was like, well, Dad, maybe you'll have it. I don't know. Like, I don't care about that. But he just kept going back and forth. And eventually, Mr. Ruda, being the wonderful man he is, he did what he had to do to get this man the title. And this man, he's a man of his word.
I drove home with this title, no money at all. And guys, don't get any ideas that you get the deal. You don't get the tantalizing deal. You pay, okay? You pay your money.
You got to cry the good tears.
You got to pay good tears. But I promise you, I said, Ruda, I get paid next Friday. You will have your money by the stroke
Not
of
next
midnight.
Friday. This was like on Saturday, and you said I get paid on Friday. And you
Right.
said, send me the money on Friday. And 8 a.m., bing, cha-ching, I heard it
The
go
minute
on.
that money hit my account, I sent it to Ruda. And this is how we became fast friends. He's my brother now. I trust him with my life. He basically saved our lives on the drive home from Indy on some black ice. So I trust this guy with my life, my daughters as well. And he made me his executive influencer in the company. I do social media, some of his social media, along with Vigilante Talks. And of course, through that, I knew Fonzie from back in the day. Me and Fonzie been intertwined for the past 30 years.
Wow.
On and off because of ECW. I used to work for them as well. And it just like, it's a perfect storm to happen that where we came together. You heard of the Mega Power Shake, right? Well, this is called the Tantalizing Ruda Fonzie Quake. We shake it up, baby. It's what we do. And I'm so happy to be involved with Fonzie and Ruda Entertainment.
Hey,
I love you guys.
Tony, I'll be seeing you in a couple of days. You're gonna be staying in my home with me. I got a big suite for you.
What a dream. And this is a dream. Guys, listen to this. I'm just some schmo from Brooklyn. I now live in Delaware. Delaware. But I get to go to stay in Bill Alfonso's, Fonzie's house. He's treating me like a king. I'm going to eat and I'm going to wine and dine with kings and kings, daddy. That's what I'm going to do because, like Dustin Rhodes said, my man, Mr. Fonzie, it's incredible. I get to stay at this guy's house with his lovely wife, enjoy the fruits of his labor with my man, Mr. Ruda. And I can't believe if you talk to me as Tantalizing Tony Jr. and say, hey, you're gonna be with Fonzie and this guy and do title belts and go around the country, I would have been like, you're crazy. It's a dream come true. I get to travel, I get to meet great people. Of course, my daughter and I. This is a family channel. We're trying to up our platform. Once again, the Tantalizing Tag Team Wrestling Podcast, exclusively on YouTube. My whole family's part of it. Big Bucks Bobby, my little boy Michael, the whole family's part of it. So I love this. I love this.
What I love about this, just in general, is where this industry can lead you. The one thing I harp on all the time is it was 93. It was the very first the very first Monday Night Raw. Fonzie's a referee in the ring. Tony is at ringside, and I'm a 10-year-old kid watching on TV, and here we are 30 plus years later as a team doing this together. And you were talking about how to design these things.
Yeah.
Kira, as of 2 weeks ago, has become our new digital designer.
Wow.
So you were talking about the process, Dom. People can call me and message me through Instagram. They can shoot me screenshots of a title. We can change the words. They can send me pictures they want. But if you want to get a really fun digital process, you can schedule an hour with this girl, and she will literally live on the screen. We have a live demo of it on my Instagram channel. We'll literally piece it together for you, and then she'll send me the design, and boom, I can pop it into production. And nobody does it better than Kira. This woman is a whiz on the computer.
My 20-year-old daughter, guys, don't get any ideas. I conceal carry.
That's it. There you go. Watch out. Cool. Well, Tony, be sure to send me any social accounts or anything like that you have. I'll be sure to include them in the link of the podcast and the show and episode and everything like that. And,
appreciate that.
Anything else that you want to plug though before we close out with this?
Before I leave, I got to do my spiel because listen, Mr. Bill Alfonso, the greatest manager, referee, official in the business, doing it what he does best, not just stay tantalizing. He calls it right down the middle. And of course, my man, Joe Ruda Entertainment, the man with the title belts, the man with the dream. If you dream it, he can make it. And let me tell you this in closing. I am the TWF, the Tantalizing Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Undisputed Galaxy Multiversal Champion. My man, Big Bucks Bobby, the producer Kira. We are the Tantalizing Tag Team Wrestling Podcast.
All right, guys. Yes.
I love it.
Be sure to check it out. What does it drop a certain day of the week, Tony, or anything like that?
So listen, you gotta hit that notification bell to see, because we go do a lot of live watch-alongs. We do drop some recorded content every now and then. Been a little busy with the whole production with the belts.
Yeah.
We got not to mention we got the 360 photo booth coming to the cons as well. That's some other stuff we got going on. We'll drop that later. But usually if you just hit the notification bell, we do live Monday night watch-alongs on Raw, SmackDown. We'll be doing Evolve on Wednesdays. Sometimes we do Dynamite. We're gonna do NXT. We're gonna do MLW. We're gonna do. We're gonna go. If it has the letter, we're gonna do it. Okay?
Great. That's great. Are you gonna be WrestleMania bound? You guys gonna be in Vegas?
WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas, Sin City, Mr. Ruda, Bill Alfonso, Big Bucks Bobby, the producer Kira, and Tantalizing Tony will be at WrestleMania. Be there, be square. And do we do best? And that's what, guys? Stay tantalizing.
Love it. Thank you, guys. Have a great night.
Thanks, Tony. Thanks for coming on.
He's the man. That
That's
they don't
awesome.
make him like him, dude.
Oh, he's full of energy. I love this kid.
Man, yeah, that was great. I briefly met him. It was so funny. I met him. So we were in line for the Busted Open radio show party. It was.
Yep.
And I remember seeing him in line for that and everything like that. And he had one of your belts, Joe. He did.
Oh,
So-
he is a walking billboard for me. We got a new one in production right now for him and Kira for the Tantalizing Tag Team Wrestling.
That's
podcast.
fantastic, man.
get ready
What
for
a
that
good
one,
crew
man.
he's got there. That's got to be a fun show. Guys, be sure to check it out. I'll make sure that I get the links and that you guys can definitely subscribe and check that out as well. Joel, I kind of wanted to get some ideas too, just behind how you started making the belts. Like, how did that come into play with everything like that? You know, because that seems like such a weird thing to get into almost.
So picture any businessman or anybody in sales. Everybody has a comfort kind of thing, wants their business card.
Right.
Everyone, well, what about my business? It's a little comfort thing, right? So when I got into performing and I got onto the scene, I always loved the $1 Million Man. I always loved the $1 Million title. I always loved that as a character, you can create exactly what it is you want to portray. JBL, fucking brilliant. This guy wanted to show up in a limo every time.
Right.
So he arrives in a limo every time. Ric Flair, he's the wheeling and dealing, kiss stealing, limousine riding, jet flying. What did he do? He rode in limos. He flew in planes and jets. And that was their gimmick, right? And for me, what made me feel comfortable was having a championship on my shoulder to carry around and flaunt and have some kind of piece to talk about. And that's what I did. I came up with the Life Insurance Championship. It helped me walking around New York on subways, carrying around a title that said the Life Insurance Championship. The first thing people did was say, what's that for? Why life insurance? And not only could I promote the wrestling events we were doing, it allowed me to push my business.
Mm-hmm.
And just that really parlayed into, well, if I'm going to do this and I'm not going to do the life insurance side of it anymore, how do I change up the belt? So same thing. I had another wrestler, but he would push the Open Challenge Championship. And the whole gimmick was, I don't want people winning my title. And obviously in wrestling, you can't pick who wins and who loses and who gets over. So the whole idea was, we're never going to drop this title. People can win, but it's probably going to be by a count out or DQ, or my guy's going to get over, or I'm going to help cheat to win something. And the whole gimmick was everybody always wanted to shut up the little prick, put me out, get the title out of my hands. No one ever got to see it happen. But that actually ended up leading into me getting into a couple matches and actually defending my title. So I wouldn't say they were matches as much as me taking bump after bump, getting my ass kicked and then winning a match. But it was just, it was so much fun to me to be able to create those titles. And then knowing that there was other people out there that wanted the same thing. And you have an option. You can either go out to a company, like they have them on Facebook, and there's people that can message you and you don't know what you're getting. There's people that'll pay $400, $500, $600 for a title. It shows up in the mail and you're like, what the fuck is this thing? People feel ripped off when they get them. Or you order something on shop.com, and how can an original title be yours if it's the WWE United States Championship?
Right. You're right.
You know, so people would love, like the woman that got that title that's right in the background there. She saw an Intercontinental Championship that she loved. It was on purple leather. She said, can I get it on purple leather? Can I have a pink globe? Can I put my name on it? And having that come together, if I could really piece the whole business model to anything, it's the power of manifestation, right? The ability to take the idea from your mind, something you see, you speak it into existence, and next thing you know, you saw Tony's shelf. Half of those were belts that I had made for him. Half of those belts were customs that he created. So to be able to create those things out of thin air, to have an idea in your mind and have it come together on a nice piece of high quality leather, a nice, beautiful plate. It's got your name on it. It's personalized to you. it's your thumbprint as a fan, and no one's ever going to have anything similar. No one's ever going to be able to replicate your belt unless they replicate your belt. And that's what I love the best about this. It's fun. It's in the business that we all love, and it's special and unique to each of us. But the power of having an idea in your mind and bringing it to life, I think that's what really motivates and inspires people. And the best part about the process is I show people, we get the ideas, we bounce them off the wall. I send them the design. I send them a picture of one sheet of metal with their design on it. I send them a video of their plates being cut out. I send them a video of the paint putting on it, the plates being put to the strap. I send them a video of their whole thing complete. If you go on my Instagram, you'll see minute-long videos from beginning to end of the titles coming together. And that's, I love the business. I love the titles. I love being in the ring. I love the experience of it all, but there is nothing more satisfying and more fulfilling than creating a dream for someone and bringing it to life. And that is, to me, that's the power of it. That's what really allows people to see that something in your mind can be brought to reality no matter what it is.
Yeah, heck yeah, man. That's awesome. Man.
Yep.
Hey, let me show you guys an example of
This
what Rude
is
Entertainment
perfect.
did for me. I worked all over the country. I worked for John Thorne out of Cleveland, AIW. There's a big company called CCW, Coastal Championship Wrestling out of Florida. They wanted to have a hardcore Fonzie tournament. I called Joe. I said, Joe, can you make me a belt kind of quick? And he did. And I got my this is the first time it's been unveiled. So here comes my security agent,
Ooh.
Harris Security, and he's gonna show you guys the belt right now. The Bill Alfonso Hardcore. Dominic, do you got a picture of the tournament?
Yeah, the tournament up here. So here it is, guys. This is coming up this weekend, correct, Fonzie? Yeah, Saturday.
Yes, this Saturday night at CCW's. It's like their ECW arena in Pompano, Florida. It's already sold out, standing room only. It's going to be freaking great. So
There we go.
here's the title. It's custom. It's, Bill Alfonso Hardcore title. It's got my whistle on it. It's got all kind of cool stuff on it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And this was the thing. Fonzie said, we got a hardcore tournament coming up. I've done this in the past. I got a belt. I don't know what design I want to go with. He goes, but I want something that screams me. I want something that screams hardcore. I want something that puts CCW over. And what title in this world is going to define Fonzie better than the ECW TV title that Rob Van Dam held for how long?
2 years, 4 months, 17 days, and 6 hours.
So we changed the ECW to CCW. We changed television title, Bill Alfonso. We got hardcore tournament in there, champion. We got CCW on the side plates. It says CCW Fonzie's champion. It's got his fucking whistle on there.
That's awesome. Yes,
And
I see that.
This is the power of what we do. Fonzie literally texted me and called me. We took some time to talk about this, and his idea came to life, and you see it there over his shoulder. And on Saturday, we have an entire fucking event. 8 guys going through hardcore matches, fighting for that title.
Yeah.
Boom.
You can't beat
I
that.
hate to
That's
give it
awesome.
up. I love it so much, Joe. I love it so much, but I hate to
You're
give
not
it
going
up.
to want to give it up.
But the tournament's going to be great. So this is what's happening. Joe was driving down from the Northeast to my house. He'll be here around Friday afternoon sometime. And then Saturday morning, we'll leave my house at 9 a.m. I live in Tampa, Florida. We're driving to like Naples area to Tito's place, present him with a big belt, have lunch with Tito. It's going to be great. And then there's 148 miles to the building where we're having a big tournament. It's turned out to be bigger than I ever thought. And I'm honored for CCW to have this title, a tournament for Fonzie. So it's pretty cool. And it's hardcore.
You can't beat that. That is awesome. Man, what a cool idea. Cool event. Yes, Bill Alfonso's Hardcore Invitational. You can check it out. Tickets are sold out, though, right? You said tickets are sold out, huh?
Well, I don't want to say I'm hoping it's sold out. I'm pretty sure there's standing room only, but there's plenty of room for people to stand.
Yeah, so there are some tickets still available too if you're in the area. Looks like
Yeah.
And CCW, what an amazing show! So I've had a friend that wrestled for them. My friend Ashley D'Amboise. She was with them for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And I had never had a chance to get down there to check it out. So I went down for their Christmas show. They had Bash at the Brew. They had it in the freaking middle of a brewery.
Oh.
And man, the energy, the fans, the talent, everything. I mean, when you talk about a good show, it was well worth the trip, and it is a long drive down there, but it was worth every second of it.
Wow, how about that? Yeah, I'm looking at who's in the match right now. I see there's a match between Hardcore Horvath versus Brady Booker. It's a first round match going on. We got QT Marshall's in there. He's going up against Alan Martinez.
Yeah, QT Marshall's badass.
Yeah, wow. Joe Garcia taking on Maximus Khan. Bud Heavy. I know Bud Heavy. All right. I'm a big fan of Bud Heavy. He's going up against Ozzy Killmeister. Wow. So you got some good names in the mix here and some intriguing names.
And who doesn't love a one-night tournament for a title?
Right? The big showcase, Fonzie. That's awesome. Yeah. You can't beat that. Man.
Yeah, I'm so happy about it. I can't wait.
Oh, man. Yeah. So, guys, definitely check it out if you're in the area. Get excited for it. Should be a really, really, really cool event. So, yes, what a beautiful belt too for somebody to win. So, good stuff.
If anybody ever wants to have
Dominic, is there any of our listeners or any of our viewers tonight have any questions for Ruda Entertainment or me?
Yeah, guys, if you have any questions regarding belts or anything like that, be sure to hit me up here in the chat. We can ask Joel here before we say goodbye and anything. But yeah, we do have a couple fan questions here. Frankie Turizzo asks this of you, Fonzie. Fonzie, what could Luger have done to make the cage match with Brody work and actually finish the match? And how did you come to be a manager in ECW? So what do you think? What could have happened to make that match work? Look at that. Yeah, Fonzie's got all the documentation of it here. Look at, he's got that picture and everything. Man,
well,
yeah,
that's a famous match that I've been asked a million times. I thought it was a bad booking. You know, Bruce Brody, a temperamental legend. He's been around for years and years, and Luger is just like not even a year in the business. They were handpicking his opponents, and they were going to push him to be a big star. It was just a bad booking. Well, we get out of it okay. You know.
yeah.
And what was the second question? How do I get into ECW?
How'd you become a manager in ECW? You know we talked about that before, but
I helped. Let me see if I can find a picture real quick. Hold on, real quick.
Yeah, no problem. Take a look at the belt in the meantime. Look at that. It's got security guards.
Okay. All right. Look at this picture. Look at this picture. This is the early '80s. That's Paul Heyman. I was assistant booker in Florida, Championship Wrestling. And Paul Heyman came down with a guy named Tombstone. He was a photographer. He loved the business. And he said, hey, Fonzie, Tombstone is leaving the territory. You think I can go out with him and be his manager for the last 2 weeks he's in Florida, which we were doing big business, by the way. And I said, well, you can't go out with a pair of, a pair of Levi's and tennis shoes and a T-shirt. He said, oh, I'll get a suit. So anyway, I was nice to Paul Heyman back in the early 80s. So after my run in Florida Championship Wrestling, WCW, WWF, WrestleMania, and so on, Paul Heyman calls me in 1995 and says, Fonzie, I heard you just left WWF. We have this company in Philadelphia called ECW. I said, what the fuck's an ECW? You know, I've never worked at this small company. He says, I have this idea of bringing you in and be anti-ECW and be more family entertainment like WWF. So right. I got big heat for doing that from the fans, and he turned me into a manager, and the rest is history.
How about that? Yeah, what a great story too, Fonzie. You've been all over the place. It's awesome. Joel, amazing belts. Well, I want to get your information up here too, again, just so people are aware. Guys, if you want to get a customized belt and talk to Joel, you can call that phone number there, or go on Ruda Entertainment on Instagram, or Rudamania 218 on TikTok as well. Joel, is there anything else you want to plug to before we get going here, or anything to that effect?
Totally. If anybody's interested in coming out to the show, definitely come out. Love to meet you there. Even more importantly, if you're looking to get a replica of the Bill Alfonso Hardcore Tournament Championship or any ECW titles, there is a perk to ordering from Ruda Entertainment with my executive partner, Bill Alfonso. If you order an ECW title or that CCW title, it will come signed by Fonzie.
How about that? How about that? Wow, that's quite the incentive there. So
I don't know who is going to get a title made just for you specifically, signed by the greatest manager of all time. Who calls it right down the middle, Daddy?
Thanks.
But we do that for you,
Thanks.
man.
Very nice of you to say that.
Yep.
Well, cool. Joel, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited for you for this weekend, and you and Fonzie hooking up and having a party down there. But it should be a lot of fun too, WrestleMania weekend. You'll have some stuff, I'm sure, to sell over there too, right? So
we'll have ECW titles, WCW titles, WCW, WWE, you name it, we'll have it. And if we don't have it, we got plenty of time between now and WrestleMania. So if you'll be there, I'll make it for you and I'll hand deliver it to you there. Just make sure you get in touch. Give me enough time. These things are handcrafted. They're made specifically for you when you order them. I got about 55, 60 titles deep right now in production. So
wow.
Business is booming, man. Yep.
Good. We're staying very busy.
Yep.
Real quick question too. How long is a typical, on average, how long does it take to make a customized belt if somebody gives you some details about it and everything?
Totally. So Fonzie, your boy Vidal just ordered his NWA Northwest Pacific Championship, I think, from me. And I had that thing completed, a zinc title and a brass title for him. We had it made in about 4 to 5 weeks and shipped to him. That's a rush order. He paid for it. This guy definitely wanted to make it happen. So 4 or 5 weeks is fast. If you're looking at a normal average, you want to pay, you get it done. It can take anywhere from 8 to 12 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So it can take time. But as I remind people, we're printing these things one by one. We got people making them hand by hand for you. Handcrafted, custom made for your design. So about 8 to 12 weeks, you could have these suckers done by.
Real quick too, when you get like such an obscure belt, somebody wants the accuracy and all that stuff of the historic like look of it all and feel of it all. How much of a process is that for you to kind of do the research and make sure you're getting the belt made in the right manner that it used to look like and everything?
Yep. I won't say that things like this. I wouldn't say I've ever delivered any errors, but I have had some where people, when they get it, they said, I had one guy that wanted a gold title and we had silver. We had platinum for him.
Sure.
And it was delivered platinum and he was kind of upset, but he loved how it came out. But he said, I told you this was supposed to be gold. And where my design and my whole strategy comes in, that's why I send you updates through every part of the process. Because if you missed it, at least I wasn't the only one to miss it.
Daddy.
So I make sure everyone's involved from beginning to end. If you were to say there's a part of paint missing, it gives us a chance to catch it and make sure we cross our T's, dot our I's, and get you exactly what you want. So there has only been one mishap. But like I said, that mishap, the guy loved the title. Everyone that was involved in the eating competition loved the titles. It was up in Canada. So, there mistakes happen in life, but that's what I do in this business.
Dominic, we are one of the Joe and Ruda Entertainment. It's one of the premier belt makers
100%.
in the country.
I keep people involved. If there's one thing I get with every single review, the quote you will hear the most is, he involved us through every single step of the process, and that's what I like to do.
That's great.
And we're not doing an infomercial here about belts, trying to sell you guys belts. But if you want a belt, this is the place to get it.
Yeah. I don't want to pat myself on the back I don't want to pat myself on the back too hard and to my own horn. You will not find a better custom title dealer in America, in the United States, than us. Period.
Yes, how about that? And that Fonzie,
I'm
you got
proud of that.
Fonzie with the odd. You got a name like Fonzie in the mix. You know you're doing good work. So,
Hey man, we're gonna get together too, Dom. We're gonna get you a title made too.
oh hell yeah, I'm all for that. That would
Oh
be great.
yeah,
Are you gonna be at
podcast
WrestleMania?
king, Daddy.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
All right, so let's get a design together. We'll pump it on your channel. You can tease the design, and for WrestleMania, we'll do an unveiling. How about that?
Okay, hell, that sounds great.
I
Hell yeah.
love it. Thank you, Joe.
Hell yeah.
You're
Thank
the
you,
best,
Joe. That's
Daddy.
awesome.
Fuck. You good, kid?
Well, great, cool. Yes, guys, be sure to get in touch with him. Rude Entertainment on Instagram, Rudamania on TikTok, and hit up that phone number too if you'd like to inquire about your own custom-made belt and get it straight from the guy that Fonzie supports as well. So, Joel, good to have you on here, man. We'll have to have you back on too, for sure.
Pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. All right, we'll
Have a
see
good
you
night,
later,
Dom.
brother.
Take care.
Joe,
See you,
see you
Bubba. See you,
Friday,
Fonz.
Daddy.
All right. Awesome, man. That was good stuff, Fonzie.
Wow,
Hell
what
yeah.
a podcast, man. I
Yep.
didn't have to tell one story.
No, you didn't. You were okay.
Joe's very entertaining, and he's a straight up guy. You know, he just left the corporate world making $100,000 a year and kind of retired and wants to do this for a while, see if it works out. And it has been for him. He's really doing good.
I'm very happy for it. That's awesome. And you can tell he's a real go-getter. When I got to meet him in Vegas, he was such a nice, generous dude. And
He's smart. He's
yeah,
very smart.
Mm-hmm. So it's cool that you guys formed an alliance here and a tag team of your own. And that, man, the belts that Tony was showing too are just amazing. So it's just like really proof in the pudding of the great work that he does. So very awesome. Very awesome.
Hey,
We'll take
can I play a couple of dates that you got?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Well, let me see if there's any extra questions here that anybody had for you.
Okay.
And make sure that we cover everybody. Well, this was one. Oh, here's Triple E just asked a pretty simple one here. Fonzie, got any stories of hanging out with Sandman during the tours he's been on? Yeah, any good Sandman? I know you guys meet together up for events and stuff like that. Any good
Sandman and Todd Gordon are my two best friends from ECW. I talk to Todd Gordon once a week. I talk to Sandman, and I see him often on these tours and the WrestleCons and etc. Great story about Sandman. Damn, he's one fucking tough guy. And guess who won the Super Bowl? Philadelphia Eagles, Daddy. He was ecstatic. He called me every day with, told me to bet $1,000 on the Eagles, and I did.
Did you?
That came out good.
Hell yeah, Fonzie. Dude, I bet the Chiefs, and I did not do good.
Right. Who knew it was going to be a blowout? Nobody.
That's it. No, I had no clue. Man, that's great, though. Man, I lived in Philly for 5 years. I love that city, though, and it's
yeah, I love Philadelphia. Jim's on South Street, my favorite cheesesteak.
Mine too. That's my number one. Is Jim's.
Yeah,
you can't
I
beat
love Jim's.
Jim's is the best.
It burned down for a while. It was closed for a year or so, but they opened back up. I just ate there.
Oh,
I was there a couple of months ago and ate there. So anyway, I got a few dates. Like this Saturday, the 22nd, is CCW Coastal Championship Wrestling from Florida is hosting a Bill Alfonso hardcore tournament, and here's the belt right here. Can you show it to him there, my security?
All right. Look at that baby.
So it's not leaving my side until the winner, there's only 8 guys in the tournament. Then the following week in Lyceum in Long Island, I'm all over the place. I'm in Kissimmee, I'm in Orlando, I'm in I'm just busy. So I love it. Thank you for having me on the show tonight, Dominic.
Dude, Fonzie, it's always good to reconnect with you. We'll have to do it here in a couple weeks, or
Yes, absolutely.
And there's a lot of fun events going on that Fonzie's always a part of. He's one of the most generous people in the wrestling business, one of the most well-rounded people in the wrestling business for all the experience he's had and the friendships he's formed. Again, if you're in this as long in the business as he's been, you can tell that he's a pro at it. So he knows what he's doing, and he's got you got your thumb on you got your finger on the pulse of everything, Fonzie. It's so good to connect with you.
Thanks, Dominic. You're the best, Daddy. Hey, everybody, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. This is
We'll see you next
Fonzie
time.
from Tampa Bay saying so long as Gordon Soley would say, from the Sunshine State.
Calling it right down the middle. We'll see you next time here with Bill Alfonso